So, welcome everybody to what we do to stay young and vibrant and thrive in our lives. I think it's a topic that everyone is interested in. How do you live a life and thrive in that life? And what do you do to eat to create energy, and how do you use your mind to stay young? So that's what we're going to do today. My name is Katarina Hanssens Carlsson, and I'm the Health Longevity Nations Ambassador to Sweden. And with me today, I have Linda Grönfors, who is the Ambassador, Health Longevity Nations Ambassador to Finland. So would you like to introduce yourself, Linda?
100% happy to be here with you and doing this beautiful small talk that we're going to have. And yes, so I am also part of the Health Longevity Nation, and I'm also the founder and co-CEO of Beyond Sapiens. What we do mainly is that we help individuals truly maximize their inner potential so that they can really become the best version of themselves, where obviously today's topic, which is about health, is a crucial aspect and topic that we're actually helping these individuals with. I'm originally from Finland, but I'm actually based and living in Dubai currently, but happy to be here with you.
Thank you, Linda. So, all right, let's get to it. What exactly do we eat, and what foods do we actually avoid in order to stay young? I'm going to answer the first question, and Linda's going to answer the second question. So, and I'll ask Linda in a minute. I'll ask you in a minute. So, what do I eat? Well, first of all, I'd like to start with the foods I avoid, and it may be unusual for you to know this, but I avoid eggs. Eggs, maybe 100 years ago, were perfectly fine, maybe 50 years ago, I don't know, but now they actually feed pathogens. What's a pathogen? It's like a virus. So try not eating eggs for a while and see if it makes a difference. Also, bananas kill pathogens. They will actually kill a virus. That's something that most people don't know. So, no eggs, lots of bananas. So, mostly I eat raw foods. So, of course, fruits and vegetables. And the main vegetables I eat are spinach, broccoli, beans, anything green. Do I cook them sometimes? Yes, I just heat them up. But I don't destroy the vitamins. That's very important. So, what fruits do I eat? Apricots are rejuvenating. The kernel in the apricot is rejuvenating. Most people don't know that. So, I eat apples, bananas, apricots, pears, just about any fruit that I would like. Fruits are very important, vegetables are important, and as raw as possible. So I also eat cheese with spinach, for example, in a salad. And um, just recently, I've stopped adding olive oil or any other dressing. Just basic spinach and a little cheese. Number one is celery juice. Every single day, I've drunk celery juice. I juice it myself. Um, so, ecological celery juice every single day for over 3 years. I've lost count now, but I will do that for the rest of my life because why? It cleans the liver, it cleans the blood cells. We clean our bodies outside, we do our laundry, we clean our apartments and houses. Do we actually clean the liver, which is really important? No, we don't usually do that. So, celery juice every single morning. Lately, I've been using it in the afternoons instead, and that works too. So, What do I avoid? Of course, I avoid eggs, wheat, gluten, sugar, fast foods, processed foods, basically that, and stay with raw foods. People ask me, well, do you get enough protein? You can get protein in avocados. I eat lots of nuts. I'm nuts about nuts. So I would recommend people snack on nuts, preferably cashews, almonds, not necessarily roasted and salted, but that's okay. So lots of nuts for snacks. All right, Linda, your turn. What do you avoid eating and what do you eat to stay young and beautiful?
Thank you for the question. And yes, I might take a little bit of a different approach. You brought already some great hacks in terms of, let's say, the celery juice for the liver cleansing. And I would say for me, the most important thing when it comes to nutrition comes that we're all individuals. And I think that is something I always try to go with. So if we're talking what I eat, I like to mention that we're all individuals and what works maybe for me might not work for you. So I don't want anyone to take my word as a saying, it's not. And it's very important for us to actually check what works for us. So that's something I always want to bring up in this context. But for me, the foundation starts that with every meal, I should have carbs, fats, and protein, which every meal. And I personally am also a certified nutritionist. So I put quite a lot of knowledge and like took a lot of knowledge in and done research on how to actually eat in the proper way for me and my biology. And during that process, always have tested different things that what does actually work for me, how does it impact my lifestyle, how does it impact my energy, how does it impact my blood work. So during this process of testing for me what works, I have gone fully plant-based. So I am 100% plant-based, and it is a journey. I'm not saying that you should turn that. It takes a lot of effort to know how to eat and get all of your nutrients, whether it's macro or micronutrients in, if you are fully plant-based. So you should know what you're doing and also be able to follow how your body responds to that. So that is number one thing that I do prefer. So plant-based and whole food based. So I eat mostly organic, clean food as unprocessed as it can be, knowing that most of our food that is not raw is somehow processed. So in the modern world where we're living, it's quite difficult to actually be fully organic. And even many of the vegetables and fruits are actually very much toxified because of the chemicals that we use to actually perceive the like that we can sell this in the grocery stores and so on, as you know. So those are a couple of things that I focus on. For me, some key things also comes to detoxification. So as Katarina already said, we have so much of chemicals, toxins all over, whether it comes to like for women, when it comes to your makeup, which is also a reason I only use ecological organic products to the minimum. I don't use that much of different cosmetics, but also just to the environment, only your shower, depending on where you are, but even the water can have some heavy metals. So there's a lot of toxins that we are constantly exposed to. So that's why detoxification is something. So I also try to utilize, let's say, having a fasting period, for example, based on my cycle, but then also utilizing, let's say, celery juice, a lot of lemon ginger tea in the morning is my go-to thing. So that's maybe one tip that I could not live without. That's what I do, hot water with lemon and ginger in it. That's how I start my days. And then obviously what I do avoid, I would say quite similar what already was mentioned. So no sugar, processed sugars, knowing that fruits include a lot of natural sugar. And also there, maybe we need to know how our blood sugar is responding to if we eat a lot of fruits and we don't combine that with fiber or protein or other things. So it again comes to your individuality, but processed sugar is something I do avoid. I don't drink alcohol. I think that's one of the key for also staying more not toxic and having this detox work for you, because there's already so much toxins coming in. So then if we actually toxify our body more with alcohol, I personally don't see any benefits of using that. And for me, then it also comes to animal products, which I avoid. And I'm not saying that that's the only way. Again, you can find well produced animal products as well. But for me, it comes to the ethics and also for the fact that there is so much not well produced animal products. And that's why I decided to avoid them personally. But yeah, I think that was my answer. I hope that gave some new thoughts for the listeners.
Beautiful. Thank you, Linda.
Of
I'm going to
course.
start every morning with lemon and ginger tea. And
Yes.
also, I want to plus that. One thing I do, which not everybody does, is I drink lemon water every single day. I also have a glass by my bedside. So if I wake up thirsty, um, I drink my lemon water. But I have it with me every single moment of the day, pretty much. And it's very, very important to be hydrated. Plus, I would like to say that I drink maybe a little red wine with friends if I feel like it, or not. And no, alcohol is not something I would generally use. So, okay. So the next question is energy. What do we do for energy? How do you generate your energy, Linda?
I love this question. I think there could be so many different roads how to approach this question. And honestly, I really, whether it is beauty or energy, I believe that comes from within. So what you are within will be shown to the out. So for me, really, it is first of all, mind body connection is a very important part for me to generate energy, and actually, not only energy in terms of like physical performance energy, but also in terms of my radiance, my character, and which I feel that that's actually energy. Like me, we're breathing energy, we're breathing air, that's energy, we're connected by energy. So, how can I work holistically with my energy? So some things that I do for this is meditation 100%. I feel like this is a recharging process. It's like I'm a battery, and that is my recharge method where I can do meditation and really connect my mind and my body and work with myself as a team. I also do a lot of grounding, so barefoot walks in nature. In Finland, it was easier. You could just go outside to the forest. In Dubai, you need to find your grass and go to a park. So it takes a little bit more effort, but it's 100% possible. So grounding 1 trillion%, I feel like that really rebalances me and also recharges my energy batteries. Something else is also engaging with energetic people. So being mindful of the circle that you're surrounding yourself with and the people that you connect with. And this is where obviously it depends also on your energetic blueprint, whether you are more drained in social situations or if you get energized. I usually am someone who actually get drained because I feel like I give so much of my own energy and then I feel very drained after. But if I can be with the right people, I actually feel very much uplifted, very much recharged of these interactions. Obviously, exercise is also one thing. It takes your energy a little bit in the moment, but that also helps you recharge your batteries. And for me, the go-to thing is to do something that challenges me physically and also mentally. So I do a lot of gymnastics, which kind of like makes me work holistically with myself in that moment. So yeah, I think those are maybe my key go-to, but also sleep. I don't know how I did not say that at first, but obviously focusing on your sleep. If you're not sleeping well, you're not going to be energized. And there's even a study, it's already an older study, but the study said that if you are even a little bit sleep deprived, like 1 or 2 hours, it takes down 50% of your ability to interact with others. So your interactions actually are damaged with 50%, which I think is quite a big number. So proper sleep. I'm a baby, so I need 8 to 9 hours of sleep. And if I don't get it, that will be seen in my energy. But tell me, how do you generate energy for yourself, Katarina?
Well, I think the topic of sleep is very, very important. I sleep every night for 7 or 8 hours, and from time to time I take a nap because during the day I might feel exhausted. And I think what you were mentioning about, about people, certain people can be very toxic and very draining. Going on social media for me can be very, very
Yeah.
draining, but necessary for my business. So sometimes I feel exhausted after that, and I will sleep for 20 minutes. I put on an alarm, but no more than 20 minutes, or 20 or max 30 minutes, and I feel refreshed again. So, but I have a question for you. Do you exercise every single day or just 3 or 4 times a day? How often do you exercise?
That's a good question. I do movement every day, but that type of movement varies. So I do take a walk almost every day, and I do move my body every day, but it can be maybe some days it's more yoga, more Pilates, more slow type of dancing, or than just the walk. Whereas other days it can be very heavy strength training, very heavy heat training. So it depends. And I always sync my training with my menstrual cycle. So that's also something that increases your hormonal balance and actually keeps you young, because if you're working against your biology will get damaged to like in an early, like pre, I don't know the word in English actually, but like you are getting older earlier because you're actually creating early damage in your body for forcing it and creating these unbalances. So that's what I do. So in the first part of my menstrual cycle, I'm training much more hard, and I can do 5 times even strength training because my body has been built up for this. And this also is a disclaimer: I have been an athlete since a kid, so for me, 5 times per week might equal 2 times for someone. So it depends on your level. But then on the second half of my menstrual cycle, I might do only one strength training per week, and every other session is more like hot yoga or dancing, something less heavy on your nervous system.
Yeah,
How
excellent.
about you?
Yes. Well, my commitment is 10 minutes of exercise, minimum 10 minutes of exercise every single day. So I don't walk, I run.
Mm,
So
amazing.
even if I'm, sorry?
Amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even if I'm on time or even early for the bus, I'll run for the bus. And the interesting thing is, I live in Sweden and I start running for the bus, and other people start running with me. And then they get to the bus stop all out of breath and they say, well, we're not late for the bus. And I say, no, I just like running. So that's in a way how I make friends or not. I actually did make a friend like that. So 10 minutes a day, even if like lately, I was playing with my family. We were playing hide and seek in the forest, and I actually tripped and fell on my left arm, which was totally bruised, and it was I disloc. No, I didn't. I sprained my wrist and hand, and it's not good to overdo it when you're injured. But nevertheless, I ran up and down stairs. I live on the third floor. I ran up and down stairs. I recycled my garbage at the same time. But that's the rule I keep. All right. So um, don't walk, run. I mean, I know you walk, and that's a choice people can have. But as long as I think, I mean, I see people who are perfectly capable of running who are walking. But as long as you can run just for a few minutes. So, what else do I do? I've done yoga for most of my life, since I was like 18 years old. And then I got a little tired of yoga, so I started doing rollerblading, cycling, swimming. I swim 1 kilometer a day, usually in the summer. And in the winter, I skate 4 kilometers. So in an Olympic ring. And I always feel so much better after I swim and so much better after I skate. I'm sure you feel the same. I look at my face and I go, oh, Oh, now you look better. I look younger and happier every time I skate or swim and rollerblade as well.
That's
So
amazing.
that's what I do. And then, yes, sleep is very important. Do you have any more comments or about
Hmm.
energy?
I think we said quite good ones. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So let's go on to the next question. How do we use our minds to stay young? For me, it's everything because the body naturally wants to stay young and vital for way longer than 70, 80, 90 years when most people die. Our bodies are made to rejuvenate, and if you talk to your body, if you listen to your body will talk to you. And what does that mean? Your body will tell you what to eat and when to eat. Now, certain people have certain regimes, and that's fine for them. But for me, if I'm not hungry in the morning, I will fast, but I don't call it a fast. I just go, I'm not hungry. So I will have my celery juice, and then I may not eat till 3 o'clock. Or I may be very hungry. And so when I'm very hungry, I eat as much as I want, no more, no less than I actually that my body is telling me. Now, there's a difference between, a lot of people eat for pleasure. So they'll eat more sugar than normal, but your body doesn't actually like sugar. You may like sugar, but your body does not like sugar. So it will, because I drink celery juice every day, I have an aversion to sweets, for example, especially colored sweets, or so all sweets have sugar. So what do I do? What's my mind? I meditate every single night, and sometimes I fall asleep meditating. For me, that's perfectly right. And I continue with that meditation the next morning. And I talk to my body. I mentally rejuvenate my body. I rejuvenate every single cell. Now, does that mean I talk to every single cell? No, but I tell my body to rejuvenate every single cell. So, meditation is very, very important. Have a youthful attitude. Talk to people like Linda. Talk to people with not necessarily a positive attitude, but a get you attitude, a go getter attitude. Be purpose driven. Love what you do. Love your work because you do it like most people work from Monday to Friday. And if you love what you do and you thrive doing it, then your body wants to stay alive. Your soul, your spirit wants to stay alive. If you hate what you do, that's dangerous as far as I'm concerned. And I am an entrepreneurial blueprint consultant. So either go to Linda or go to me, and we will help you find your purpose driven life. So, what else? Yes, love what you do every day. So, Linda, what do you say?
Yeah, I love that. And you're so right with those points, and especially the one of that your mind really determines what is on the outside. So I think there's this study that most people have most likely heard of, but the fact of like if you just in your mind practice playing piano or practice doing a bicep curl, you are actually when you start playing the piano, you already learned it. So like your body, your nervous system already learned that song. Or they even found that even in your mind, training your biceps, your cells actually started building your muscle without you lifting anything physically. And this is really the power of the mind, and this is a proper study that is done. So that's really it's so true. Your thoughts shape your reality, but your thoughts and your mind can also shape your actual physical self. and all that. So just wanted to comment because I love that point, what you're doing. So for me, quite similar. And I think I touched this already on the previous question, but obviously the mind, how can you keep your mind, which is the most biased thing also on in yourself, like it's all the fears live there, all the bias, all the kind of like conditioning coming from the past, everything, your overthinking mechanism. So how can you kind of like be in control of your mind where it doesn't take over, but you kind of feel like you're working as a team with yourself? That I think is the key thing, because it's easy to go down to a negative loop if people around you are thinking negative. So really, how can you be in control? And I would say that meditation or any type of mindfulness practice where you get into connection with yourself, you find the control, healthy control of your thoughts and your mind, and you can actually start reshaping that. And you can start cutting down layers of, yeah, even trauma. I would say like emotional work is also a huge part of this, like really becoming aware of what has shaped you and what is holding you back in terms of emotions as well. So that again comes to the mind body connection. But I really just think it's, as you said, the attitude, like how to stay positive, how to focus on the good, how to focus on your purpose, find meaning, and gratitude. I think this is such an important point. Gratitude is one of the most highly frequent, like vibrating energies or like frequencies that you can tap into. So if you can feel love and gratitude towards even simple things like, I'm so grateful for being here on this video with you, for example, or I'm so grateful that today the sun is shining. So these things that you have in your life, how can you actually focus on putting gratitude on those? I think that will help you get energized, feel better, feel more fulfilled, and also stay healthy and young, because there's no space for these toxic thoughts if you consciously tune and rewire your brain to think in a healthier and positive way. So I think that's all I want to say for that one.
Beautiful, Linda. By the way, Linda means beautiful, right? You know that.
Yes, I do know that. Thank you.
Welcome. So gratitude, do we all, yes, gratitude is highly important in every area of our life, but sometimes in reality, we don't. I mean, I had an amazing day yesterday, but I'll share with you today, this morning, I felt a little sad. And I wanted to feel like I did yesterday. So I got into the shower and I thought, okay, you feel sad. What do you feel sad about? So I thought of all the things I felt sad about. I'm sad about this, I'm sad about that, I'm sad about this, I'm sad about that. But I didn't want to go into depression or anything like that. I just declared my sadness. And I think that's very important to be real about our feelings because they have something to tell us. So then I thought, okay, so nothing else to be sad about. What are you glad about? So in the shower, I named maybe 20, 30 things I was glad about. And then finally, I went to gratitude. And it switched my emotions, switched my attitude to from sadness to gratitude. So you don't have to be in the shower, but I would suggest that you do that too. So
Amazing.
wonderful. Thank you so much, Linda.
Thank
And
you.
thank you. And how do we reach you, Linda?
Yes, I think LinkedIn is the best one. You can always DM me. You can find me Linda Granfors. Most likely I'll be tagged also somewhere on this video, maybe. And you can also find me on through Beyond Sapiens. So our website is just beyondsapiens.co. So there you will find me. And yeah, I'm also on Instagram with the same name, Linda underscore Granfors. So feel free to reach out if this awakened any questions or you want to connect.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Linda. And to reach out to me, LinkedIn on Katarina Hanssens Carlsson. My official name on LinkedIn is Catherine Carlsson. Connect with us. I'm going to leave my Calendly link. I'm sure Linda is too. Just connect with us for like 15 minutes, have a short talk with us, ask us questions, share your ways of staying young. And We wish you the best and thank you for viewing. Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much.